Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining our discussion tonight. As promised, I will talk about the Hato technique. Let me first start by telling you about an anecdote on how this is to prove that the WeiYang lineage, we also have the Hato. And this is a story of how Master Wei Shan taught one of his disciples with the Hato technique. All right? So this is the basis of our Hato training. All right? So this is Master Xiang Yan Chu Xian. Okay, he was the Dharma heir of Master Wei Shan. He was trained by Master Wei Shan, okay, to the point of becoming enlightened. That's what is meant by Dharma heir, all right? Dharma heir meaning that you are trained by the Master, you became enlightened from under him, and you understand his Dharma, your Master's Dharma. So a lot of people went through Master Wei Shan's mill and they became enlightened, but they didn't stick around long enough. They didn't learn enough from Master Wei Shan to be really the Dharma heir. Is it clear? He was born big and tall, erudite and strong memory. He was also an analytical and strategic. Okay, so erudite means he likes to learn. Strong memory, very good memory, which is good for studying. Okay, so he's well learned, and also analytical and strategic. Analytical means he can think. He's smart. He's not dumb at all. And strategic meaning he knows how he has a big picture, if you will. He doesn't get lost in the details. Mou Lui, right? Mou Lui is actually he can make maneuvers, if you will. All right. Villagers all believe that as long as he studied diligently, future would be for sure an outstanding vessel to assist the emperor. So back then, this is what they key people. This is ancient wisdom. You nurture people, okay, and there's a strong belief that you acquire skills, develop skills in order to assist the emperor in running the country and doing good and helping the people. All right, so there's that ideal back then already. Unlike nowadays, everyone is out for himself or herself. Okay. Grew older, Chan Master Chu Xian become less and less interested in worldly merits and fame. What does it tell you? Blessings. If you have blessings, you will not be as impressed by worldly things, worldly gains, worldly fame. You can get it, but you're not impressed. Is that clear? So it's not like he says, I can't do anything in life, and therefore I'm going to be shave my head and so that I don't have to make a living. I don't have to worry about it. He can do it, but he says, this is not challenging enough for me. This is not meaningful enough for me. All right? That's a sign of blessings. Unless you have blessings, you will not be able to detach from worldly gains, from fame and profits. Is that clear? Okay, so this is how you can tell, you can gauge people. Are they Dharma vessel? Are they more interested in worldly concerns? There's nothing wrong with that. You just have to recognize people. All right? Once he became an adult, he parted with his parents, left home life, okay? And he became a monk, okay? Visited good no advisors, as per the tradition, all over the place, and desired the way. And Chan Fang and Mu Dao. And admire that lifestyle. It's not desire the way, but Mu is admire. This is in his heart where he says, wow, that is special, that is lofty, that is superior. The Mu here is that you find value, you find something that's exceptional about it, okay? That you aspire to, for that he aspired for. At the time, Chan Master Bai Chang was still alive, was propagating a Dharma, and thus Chan Master Chu Xian personally went there to study. You have to move your butt and seek the good no advisor. Okay, back then. Nowadays, everyone is too busy, so the good no advisor has to move his butt to you. Okay, but back then, this is different. But understand, it's still the same process. Once you identify the way, once you decided to cultivate, you need to move your butt to your advisors. You don't just sit there and expect things to be done for you. Okay? So this is the essence of cultivation. You have to go to the good no advisor's place to show your sincerity. Is that clear? See, we learn a lot from the success stories of these cultivators of old. Things haven't changed. There's the same principle behind it. It's just that times are different, and people fail to understand the critical components of why in the past people who cultivated, the majority of them became enlightened, whereas nowadays people don't anymore because they're doing something wrong. So that's why to do these case studies, okay, that's what I used to do, in business school, okay. So I'm pretty experienced. Had some little experience doing case studies with you. This woman here too, I imagine. All right. Chan Master Chu Xian was smart and quick-witted, was versed in the scriptures and theories. He read. Okay? Now, he studied, and because he's smart, he has good memory. Not only that's combination there, he's very knowledgeable about the scriptures. That's important. You need to invest the time in studying. This is why we give you lectures constantly, okay? All year round, as a matter of fact, when you think about it. That's how important it is, right? Each time during consultation and discussion, he would speak with fervor and assurance, but was not enlightened. Okay, so very important point. He's smart, he's well-studied, okay? He can debate, okay? He can reason, he can make a case for himself, but he realizes that something is missing. That the knowledge is the book knowledge and thinking knowledge, but it's not wisdom. You see? It tells you right here. These are the missing ingredients that will make this dish wonderful. Okay? He says, I'm not enlightened. Okay? So meaning that what I know, what I understand is rather shallow. And that's how we engage in our world. Yes, you have some knowledge. Yes, have some wisdom. But how deep is your wisdom? See it? That's his point here. Okay? Next. Later. So he also studied from a great teacher, great master Bai Chang, is the one who founded the tradition of the Chan monasteries in China. So, he instituted the rules and organized the monastery so that they can cultivate Chan, and that's served as a model on how to run a Chan monastery that the Chinese used, and this is where we learn all that from. Great Master Bai Chang was the one who invented it, if you will. Master Bai Chang was an inventor. You think that Chan masters do not invent? Oof, they invent a lot of stuff. So he studied under the Great Master Bai Chang, okay? But the Great Master passed, and he turned to study from his Dharma brother, Chan Master Weishan Ling Yo. So they were Dharma brothers under Master Bai Chang, okay? And this interesting thing to me is that he's able to say, we are under the same master, but you seem to know more than I'm going to study from you. Okay? No discrimination. If you can help me, I'd like to learn from you. You see that? It's a big picture. Every one of us will become enlightened. Okay? If someone gets there before us, then the rest of us should have no problem following the pathways and getting help from that person. That's common sense. Okay? And so, and whereas worldly people, they say, oh, that's a step down. You and I are peers. If I study from you, that means you're better than me. So I admitted the whole world, you're better than me. It's such petty people. You remember one of my last disciples, I said, I don't have time for you. You should study from my disciples. I really don't have time. I have no patience for you. He disappeared. Wisdom. Okay? Chan Master Weishan asked, I heard that our late master's place, you can give 10 answers to one question and 100 answers to 10 questions. You're very smart, okay? You know everything. All right? And this shows your intelligence and ingenuity. This proves so this proves that's a proof of your intelligence and ingenuity, which enables you to understand ideas and unfold the consequences. Birth and death is fundamental. 意解续想. Okay, so you are smart and 聪明 and 伶俐. So very, 伶俐 is ingenuous. I don't know. I don't understand this term. 伶 is efficacious. 俐 sharp. Okay, it's close enough. 意解续想. So you can understand. I don't know how to translate this. Chinese people help me out. When Master Weishan says something, I want to know. That's why I'm asking you. No help? Thanks a lot, you Chinese-speaking people. This is supposed to be international community. If there's a language issues, we're supposed to massage it among ourselves. No? But no, this is a Chan Qi, so you can sit back and relax, and Master will do all the work. Okay, I hear you. Okay? 因此根本birth and death is a fundamental issue. You know a lot. You know how to make pizza, you know how to drive red cars, but What about birth and death? This fundamental issue. All right? Before you're born from your parents, try to tell me a sentence for me to see. Try to say a sentence for me to see. Okay? So, going back, Master WeiYang says, you are gifted, you're smart, you're superior, and it feels good. Okay? This is so Chan. He strokes you and makes you feel good, and he says, by the way, Mr. Smart, E. Okay? Can you tell me about birth and death? We all Buddhists learn about birth and death, the importance of birth and death. So, before you were born, could you give me some details? Give me a sentence. Can you say a sentence for me to see about before your mother and father, your parents gave you birth? Gave birth to you? You're all thinking. And Chu Xian didn't know what to say. Couldn't say a single sentence. Okay? Now, the important point here, folks, do not BS. Because smart people says, I can explain based on this sutra, so and so, birth and death, as of the Buddha explained it, okay, and so forth and so forth. You make a case, you make a bill. But Chu Xian says, oh, I don't know how to answer you. And this is very Chan. Do not BS, folks. Okay, so you see, the strength of Master WeiYang is that you talk to someone who is very intellectual, very knowledgeable, okay, and he's able to get that person to be cornered and not be able to draw upon his knowledge. That's very, very impressive. It's very hard to do, folks. Because everyone, if you're knowledgeable, you're smart, and you're always get your way through your words, through your smarts, okay? That's what you do all the time. You demand all the time efficiency, effectiveness. You see that? That's a natural response. But somehow, Master WeiYang, this is so fascinating, Master WeiYang. You're very impressive. I have a lot of admiration for you. But let's talk about before you're born. Can you tell me a little bit about that? And so we went back and searched all sutras that he's ever read before. Could not find any answer, any direct answer. He did it for a few days, to no avail. Went in the abbot's room many times, and he begged. So Chan Master, this is why I don't get. Oh, so apparently Xiang Yin then left Bai Chang's, great Master Bai Chang's temple, and went to Master WeiYang's temple. I think that's what's the missing link here. Because now they call Master WeiYang as the abbot, all right? And Master WeiYang was not an abbot at Master Bai Chang's temple. I know that for sure, okay? So this is, there's a missing link here, but that's okay. It's a detail that I think that's can be filled in, okay? And so he went to Master WeiYang's room, okay, which is a privilege. You don't go to the abbot's room. You don't go to the master's room casually. Okay? Why not? Because you're creating disruptions. Okay? So the Chan tradition, Chan temple, they understand more. There's a lot of subtleties there that's lost nowadays. But anyway, and begged Master WeiYang to explain to him. But Master WeiYang refused. He says, if I explain this to you, you will blame me later because it's mine. It's not yours. In other words, if I give it to you, I give you the answer. It's no different from the thing you read from sutras, the thing you read on paper, the thing you read online. It's someone else's. It's not yours. I want you to say something that's yours, not mine, not anyone else's, about this topic. Isn't that cool? And so, Master Zhuxian was really, really exasperated. And he came back and piled up all the sutras on a pile, the books he has in his room, okay? Toss it out in a courtyard, and burn it all up. He says, all this knowledge is useless. All my knowledge is useless. I will not waste my time studying anymore. I should be traveling, trying to find mian dou xin shen. Mian is not Tou, is it? I don't know what this is. This Chinese character. What does this Chinese character mean? Chinese people, help! Okay? So he says, I will, studying the sutras and books is a waste of my time. I'd rather be traveling because it cannot give me the answer. So I'll be a traveling porch monk. 这个长行 a long traveling 昼饭僧. So you travel long distances and you beg for porridge, monk. I don't know how he got the idea, where the idea came from, but he says, I'm going to change my technique, meaning that before I study, before I cross my legs, before I work at the temple, it didn't get me anywhere, so I'm going to just do the opposite. Okay? I don't say a temple, okay? I beg for food, that's it. And what does this mean? This is a Chinese character. My guess? See, no one knows. What happened to old Chinese speaking people? Hello? Okay, let me do ChatGPT. I kind of could guess, but I want to make sure because this is recorded, and then people will laugh. Chinese people will laugh at me. This guy doesn't know anything. He has a big mouth. Yeah. Yeah, okay. My guess is correct. I'm bragging. It means I will not tire my mind and my spirit. I will not labor my mind and my spirits. Meaning what? JMT Q&A.
Oh, Master, I want to explain the E. Just give my explanation. It's just make it work.
Right. Very good. Thank you. What took you so long? Wake up. Okay. E here is to employ. I remember now. E here is 艺人, something like that, where you put him to work. You say, hey, go fix that. Go do that. It's 艺人. Okay? Someone that you order around. Okay? So he says here, I will stop. I will do not allow myself to use my mind and my spirits. You understand the difference. Before, he's using his brain, he's using his memory, using his smarts to study. Now he says, it got me nowhere. It's a waste of my life, my time. Okay? And I was well taken care of. I was protected. I was taken care of. It got me nowhere. Okay? And therefore, I'm going to do the opposite. Instead of, I will not use my brains. I will not think anymore. I will not depend on anyone anymore. It's just like night and day. He abandoned everything. Interesting man. The mindset is fascinating. And he left, weeping, 辞别, 伟山开始哭楚, okay? So he cried, and I think he's phony, okay? Chinese, you know. I think Asians, when they leave, they get emotional. I see that a lot. And I never could understand it. It's like, the daddy goes to work, he gets to the airport, I remember that, and then my sister would cry. Oh, or the Korean would say, you have a good trip, but we don't want you to go. It's just they can't make up their minds. When they do that to me, say, so you want me to go or not? Make up your mind. You tell me to have a good trip, and then you tell me you don't want me to go. I hate to see you go. Okay? That's very Korean. Lots of contradictions in the Korean culture. Okay? And so he cried, he wept, okay? He wept. And then he said goodbye, and he started traveling all over, no direction. 十处行脚 is he walked, and 四处 is, I don't know what 四处 means. I guess 四处 is all over. 4 directions, okay? He goes this place, that place, this, and so forth, okay? Like, it's no plan whatsoever. He lived a life that's no planning whatsoever. The guy's crazy. So here's a flavor of the Huatou, if you will. You have to be a little bit crazy. Interested? You still want me to continue to explain to you how to do Huatou? It's not for normal people, if you will. Okay? And he arrived at the ruins of Chan Master Nanyang, Huizhong. So this is a great national master, Huizhong. Okay? And he's a teacher of like a few emperors, Chinese emperors. He's very, very famous. And so he went to the ruins, okay? So that's what happens. You attach to tombs and so forth, eventually become ruins. One of the most excellent disciples is 6 Bei Chak, also national master of 2 emperors. Okay, see, I remember vaguely. And Tang, Su Zhong, and Tang Daizong. Okay, so the 2 emperors of the Tang dynasty. So he's very, very famous. Okay, very, very virtuous and highly respected by the Chinese emperor. And he saw the remains of the Wei place, and he says, well, energy is very good. Okay, when it's interesting, when you see these people who are homeless, have you seen homeless people outside? I met quite a few of them. Not here, but in general, I met a lot of homeless people in the past. And what struck me is that those people, they're very, very sensitive to energy. Very sensitive. So, because you see, when you're a homeless person, you have no shelter, so you have to sense where's the danger and to avoid. So you become very sensitive to energy. And I really used to be very impressed by them because they're so detached. It's very hard to get them excited. Okay? Anyway, so he felt this good energy, okay, and decided to stay there and fix it up. Important point. Fixing it up means what? Serving the master. Even though he's dead, he's still serving the master. You too.
Thank you, Master. I'm trying to keep up here. I don't speak Chinese, but we have Jihong on YouTube providing definitions.
Yes.
Is that still helpful? Okay. Thank you, Jihong, for putting it into pinyin for me. Jihong Sao says, the first word yi, Y-I, means intention or resolve. The third word she means thank you.
Close enough, yeah.
I've seen it sure, like S-H-R, and okay, S-H-I, means consciousness. The 2 other words are verbs, meaning understand and think respectively. The 4 characters together means you think about it and figure out something. This is my understanding. Thank you.
Which slide number is that? What is the slide number for that sentence, for that phrase?
We didn't write that down. Sorry. We'd have to see the slides. It's 4 Chinese characters.
意解续想 is what she talked about?
对.
对, okay. No, okay. So it says again, it means what? 意解续想.
Yi means intention or resolve. Shi means consciousness. The 2 other words are verbs, meaning understand and think, respectively. So the 4 characters together means you think about it and figure out something.
Understand ideas and then for the consequences. Close enough. Very good. Thank you. What's the next one? Was there another one?
That's as far as Jihong.
Okay. Thank you, Jihong. Okay. All right. And so you see, You see, this is a very important part of the journey where he studied, he enjoys studying, and he excelled at that. And then he found out that as he received proof from Master WeiYang, this understanding is kind of shallow. Okay? So he says, studying is not helpful. So he wandered around, okay? Letting go and refusing to think. All right? And it still got nowhere. All right? And it actually got worse because now the life is meaningless. He's just wandering around and have nothing important to do in his life. Okay? He's not studying, he's not doing anything useful. He says, I'm going to penetrate, I want to find the answer to this, but I don't know how, and thinking is not going to do it, therefore I will stop thinking. Okay? Being kept and being nurtured and being fed at the temple didn't help me, so I will refuse it. Okay? The dedication is remarkable. It's so admirable to me. And then it still got nowhere either. So he went from one extreme to the other. What did he do? He says, I like this place, and this place is like a sagely holy place for Buddhism. Okay? So I will stay here and be a caretaker. So he's serving Buddhism. Don't tell the Chinese that. This is a very key element in his journey. If he kept on going and going, traveling around, probably die at the age of 80, 70, 80, and he gets nowhere. But when he started to say, okay, it's not working either, since I don't want to go back there, I don't want to continue, so I'm going to stay here and take care of this place. I'm going to serve this masters. Okay? So that when people come and offer him flowers or visit the place, they've people who don't understand, who don't cultivate, oh, this is such a nice place, and tell the people, everyone, more and more people will come and offer flowers, offer fruits and so forth. Okay? They're planting blessings with the Master, with Buddhism. So that's why now, this little adjustment here, he says, I'm going to do something useful with my life, like as menial as serving this place. I clean up, I sweep the thing. That's it. But there's a difference between that and cleaning a hotel or cleaning the shopping center. You see that? There's a huge difference. Okay? He served the Master. You want more time to think about this? The subtle elements. You read the stories, oh, how interesting. But you don't understand that these key ingredients that flipped the conditions. I want you to think about it and fix it up. Okay, so you say how casual is the story says. It's, unless I explain it to you, you see the important triggers for the next phase, the next phase, the next phase. You will not understand. Everyone reads the story and says, oh, how interesting. Oh, tell me more about this story. But now, so I didn't even bother reading it to you. I just read it and I just explained very quickly because it's raining. And I explained to you the subtle, the key ingredients of the story. Okay? And one day, Chan Master Chu Xian was weeding the grass and trees. And why weeding has a dash here? Okay. He tossed at a random piece of broken tile. Okay. Okay. So he was sweeping. And he was doing every day this menial task of weeding, okay, the grass and sweeping the grounds to keep it clean and tidy. That's all he did. And he was somehow made a piece of tile, piece of rock, a piece of gravel, okay? He sweep it, okay, and it flew. And hit a bamboo stalk. Lots of bamboos around. Okay? And it made a sound. And he suddenly became enlightened. You're back inside, bathed, lit incense, bow to Wei Shan from a distance. He says, Master Wei Shan seems to be somewhere there, okay? And northwest, so he bowed. Okay? Probably too old to be trying to go back to Master Wei Shan. And he says, the Master has such great compassion, and his favors, okay, favors, the favor he bestowed to me surpasses my parents. Okay, yeah. Wisdom. We have wisdom. You see that. First of all, you see that your parents are very important to you. Parents, you need to be grateful to your parents. You have that because they're the source of your life. They brought you here. You need to be grateful. But my teacher, Master Wei Shan, he still considers Master Wei Shan to be his teacher. It's kind of interesting. His Dharma brother became his teacher. Meaning what? Oh, not killing myself. Meaning what? Meaning what? See, I have to explain everything to you. What does it mean? He does not look at Master Wei Shan and his Dharma brother as his peer. He's very respectful of Master Wei Shan because Master Wei Shan has something to offer him. If you're not respectful to your teacher, you will not understand your teacher's teachings. I'm tired. I'm just like every single slide is like, I have come this way, come on. And you say, no. I want it my way. I don't want it your way. You too, Vietnam. I'm not even Vietnam. You don't understand me at all. Anyway, go for it.
Master, I was wondering, before there was no mention of the interaction between them before the Master Zhixian took off. Like, I wonder if he took any instructions from Master Wei Shan. Was he considering Master Wei Shan his good known advisor? Why he did not ask him instructions before he started wandering around?
Good question. I have a quick answer for you. Because he's a real man. You don't say, can you give me instruction? Can you give me instruction? You know, well, I'm going to start fasting. Give me some instruction. I'm going to start driving back to my home tonight. Can you give me instructions? Which route to take so that I'm safe? This is a man. That's how I'm going to take anything that comes my way. It's a sense of adventure. Unlike you guys, you want guaranteed success.
The master
This is time. In my generation, where we go to war, and then we risk everything, our lives and so forth, and we don't say, can you tell me what to do when I go to war? When you go to war, son, you take up a gun and you aim at the enemy and you pull the trigger, you idiot. Okay? Yeah. That's just, the way you guys function is like weaklings. Can you tell me what to do? The instruction's there already. You figure it out. Little bitch. Okay? And if he had explained it to me, how could I have got to today? Okay, and made a verse. Okay, from one hit, I forgot what I knew. Very good, and no longer need to cultivate. It's this is the beauty, the strength of the Chinese language. This is so concise that we don't have in English, and this is why when you translate this, you need to shorten it. The spirit here is that, okay, it says one stroke, okay, one hit, okay, one stroke, one hit, okay, with one stroke, with one hit, I forgot what I knew. Okay? And thus, no longer need to cultivate. But Chinese is powerful. It's so powerful. And it's, you can't translate into English. You lose so much. It's just like, it's his 心界, it's his the unraveling his mind, all his angst, all his frustrations, all his depression, if you will. You don't understand, the Chinese didn't have the concept of depression back then. But let me tell you, he was depressed for like all the time. After he left Master Weishan, he walked around like a beggar and so unhappy, so depressed. He punished himself. At the end he says, I'm going to do something useful with my life, like taking care of this place. He didn't choose to go to the cemetery and anyone, hey, Tomb Raider, is she here there in the Jewel Forest tonight? No? Tomb Raider? Just when I needed this thing, this story, it pertains to her, she's no longer there. You see? You all know Tomb Raider, right? She cultivates in the tomb. Okay. So anyway, so I no longer He says he's walking, he was living depressed and having nothing to look forward to. And so he decided to do something that he feels good about, okay? By staying around there and doing menial things, you keep busy, huh? Yeah. So that's why during Chanchi, I remind you, Chanchi, you're lucky, you're homogeneous, you all want to cultivate, okay? So use this opportunity to just cultivate. Drop everything. You hear? 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, I don't care. Seize it and to do it. And then maybe tomorrow you might have to work. Something might happen, you might have to work. Maybe the roof falls off or something, okay? And then now you have to work. So cherish every single moment you have to cultivate. Please. Okay? But you have to do that before you get to this point. Got that? And I don't know what he's talking about. The guy now becomes worthy. That should be enough. And this it tells me his level. This is nice, it's beautiful. But then he moves on to says, Dong Rong Yang Gu Lu Wu Duo Xiao Ran Ji. He's still depressed. See, because after you enlighten, you think that he forgot. He no longer remembers what happened in the past, behind him, right? No, he says, what I suffered so much. And now, it's worth it. Something along that line. Am I correct? That's what the Chinese is trying to say. The guy speaks too much. All right? And that's why. That's the basis of my saying, if you spend 20 years, 30 years doing the Hua Tou like this, and this is all, that's as far as you get, please. Okay? Yeah. See, again, don't worry about this. I don't care. Okay? I hope that when your time comes and you practice Hua Tou for the next few weeks and you become enlightened, stop after the first sentence. Don't go any further. If you need to say something, say one sentence and stop, please. Okay. So, okay. Yeah. So I could try to explain to you and try to study the Chinese, but I'm not interested. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If I were there, I say, stop it. I look at him. He looked like a guy with a black patch on the face. It's very distracting, it's pirates. So, you guys are missing so much. From my vantage point, I see so many things that are so funny. This is why every night I come here, it's so entertaining to look at all of you. Okay, superior, too much. I don't care. Okay. So I heard about the verse, said the Chan Master Yang Shan, this person has penetrated. Okay, to do. Okay, this man. Okay, it man made it. you say in English, you don't mean penetrated, but actually it's good to know the Chinese characters. Okay, "che" is to go through. Okay, so the better English translation, and you lose some, but it has to be meaningful to the English language. This man made it. Okay, but you want to translate back to Chinese, you have to keep the Chinese character. Okay, Dharma says, this is still thinking and consciousness formed by compiling. Okay, 就是心机意识. Okay, this is okay, and you say okay, and 卓德成, what does this mean? Give me a minute. I will not bother asking you anymore. No, my phone is not working. I better switch to Samsung. Okay, and you see, by the way, I did not read this. I did not read this anecdote tonight before coming here. So this is the first time I read it after a long time. I read it something like couple months ago, okay? So that's why I don't remember what happened. But you see, my instinct is that he's too wordy. And that's exactly what Master Yang Shan says. He says, this guy talks too much. See that? That's how I would say in English. Master Yang Shan is much more precise, more detailed. He says in Chinese, and the Chinese understand it. But for us in English, okay, I look at Miguel and say, hey, you talk too much. Okay, shut up, that kind of thing. Stop, after the first sentence. Okay, so Yang Shan said, I better go see him himself. So went to Chu Xian and said, the master praised you. So tell me something. Master praised you and said, you made it. Could you tell me something? Can you say something for me? Could you say something for me? Is that what it says in Chinese? Okay, that's the story here. I think my version is better. And Dharma said and said the same verse before. And Master Yang Shan says, this is still a lot of words. Okay, can you say something else? You see, you like my version? Mine is more dynamic, punchy, and so Chu Xian said something else. The poverty from last year, okay, was not poverty. The poverty this year is truly poverty. Again, this guy he's still depressed, let me tell you. I hope Master Yang Shan tells him, you know, son, you're still depressed. Go to DTT. And then he continues, so can you believe, would you believe this? He says, probably last year you still had a place to stand a hole, probably this year a hole doesn't even exist. Okay? That's Chinese chant master for you. Okay? I don't want you to ever learn this from them. Okay? Chan Master Yang Shan said, Dharma brother understood the Tathagata chant, but can't dream about the patriarch's chant. Okay? Whatever it means. Okay? And And so Master Yang Shan is a tough cookie. He says, yeah, you have something, but you have to impress me. I'm still not impressed. You know why he's doing this? To verify Xiang Yan's level. He keeps on pressuring him and pressuring him and pressuring him. You see how he reacts. Shh. Only in WeiYang lineage, we are mean people. We push and push and push. Got that? So Xiang Yan, who's been away from WeiYang lineage for a long time, he never realized that the WeiYang people are very, very mean. So they push you around. They push you around until you fall. So Stu Xian felt compelled to make another verse. I had an opportunity to, in a blink of an eye, I saw it. If people don't understand, he cannot be called a novice monk. The guy can never forget his failure. Okay, as Master Bai Chang and Master Wei Shan. That's why the guy is still affected by that, if you will. Okay, Oh, let me see. Now, I don't know what made Master Yang Shan become happy. Let me see. 我有一记面目虚意 Nah, I don't like this either. Never mind. But Master Yang Shan, now I could explain to you why he went through different 3 iterations, but that's too technical for you. Okay, forget it. Okay. So anyway, so Master Yang Shan, this is the thing that you can all understand. Master Yang Shan put him to the test. Okay, you can't BS with these people. But Master Yang Shan is kind of kind. He's trying to teach Xiang Yan. But Xiang Yan it's the first time he became enlightened. So he really is kind of coarse, if you will. So Master Yang Shan refined him by asking him to express his knowledge, his wisdom in 3 different occasions and refine the expression. That's what is happening. Okay? Because basically, I don't buy the fact that Master Yang Shan's relief. No, he's teaching Xiang Yan. Okay, Xiang Yan got there, but he's had many rough edges. So Master Yang Shan came to smooth them out and say, hey, son, you are Dharma heir of the Wei Shan, Master Wei Shan now. We have standards. You hear? You don't say a verse that has 3 or 4 sentences, okay? And he cut it down to 2. And Master Yang Shan said, okay, you get it, right? Yeah, son, you get it? Huh? That's what really happened, I think. It shows you how compassionate the way the Master Yang Shan was. Okay? Master Yang Shan is very compassionate. He came to polish up Xiang Yan. Yeah, you have to come to DTT to hear all these details that is not available anywhere else. Okay? So, well, this is to me, it demonstrates Master Yang Shan, how compassionate Master Yang Shan really was. That's why you have a Wei Shan and Yang Shan. Okay? It's beautiful to me. Okay? I was relieved that Chu Xian was fully enlightened. I don't know who wrote this, but I don't think my version is slightly different. You may have noticed, because he knew already. Master Yang Shan, he took one look at him and said, yeah, you're there. But let me tell you what, I polish you up. Since I'm here, I may as well help you a little. My master didn't help you, now I polish you up. Now you understand why it's called WeiYang, don't you? Because both of them were great teachers. They each added something to the lineage. And to me, it shows here Master Yang Shan is very compassionate. Master Wei Shan is more pure, more brutal. Master Yang Shan is much more malleable, much more compassionate, much kinder, if you will. Okay? I always wonder why Wei Yang? Why not Wei Chan School or Yang Chan School? But it has to be Wei Yang Chan School. So these anecdotes kind of fill in the details for me as to how they operated. Okay? And so he was relieved. Okay, again, they probably, the people who reported this, because it's clearly it's not written by Master Wei Shan, Yang Shan. Some of the disciples later heard the story and they did their own commentary and so forth, very much like, what's his name? He recorded Master Six Patriarch saying he added a little bit of his things here and there, okay, very subtle, okay. So I don't think he was relieved at all. And he went back and reported Chan Master Wei Shan and said, I'm happy. I'm happy that Dharma Xian understands Patriarch Chan. Okay? Because another thing here about this slide here, it says Chu Xian lived in Dengzhou. So he went back to his, his hometown. Thought transformed that area. Monks all direction rest to draw near him. Okay, so he went back. I think that's the original 47. That's where he's from, right? I'm not Chinese, so I don't pay attention. If you say in Vietnamese, I remember the town name. When you say in China, too many towns in China I don't know about. I don't. See, doesn't show. Okay, so never mind. Okay. Okay, so to me it's very touching. I'm touched by this. He grew up, he was born in Dengzhou, and he probably spent some time there in his youth. So now he's able to offer something. He went back there to pay back. I want you to hear, this perspective, the mode of thinking of these people, how they behave before they became enlightened, after they became enlightened, and so forth. This is a role model for us. Okay? We tell you these stories of these great men because we're trying to illustrate what wisdom, when your wisdom is how you behave. All right? And now, because the reason I bring it up because, we take a lot of shortcut nowadays. So you guys do not have enough blessings to be able to go through this kind of tests Master Chu Xian had to go through. Okay? So we have to compromise. But it's important for you to hear about these stories, to understand the standards of excellence. Okay? That is once you are certified to be enlightened, you need to contribute. You contribute by paying back. Some of my disciples, I said, yeah, you made it. And they said, okay, now I'm going to build my empire so that when Master is gone, I'll take over. And that's what happened with my Master too, by the way. His disciples said, I'm going to be number one now after Master is gone. And so they struggle and they fight each other. No. If you have wisdom, once you've been certified to have wisdom, you pay back. You don't build empire. You become more humble. You don't say, now Master says, I'm special. We're going to have it my way, you hear? Those are losers. They are inconsequential people. In our world, they don't matter. You hear? Are you paying attention? You have real wisdom? Become more respectful, more humble, and you pay back. He could not have done it without the support from the village, this Dengzhou, okay? And so he went back there to help them. Okay. Oh, time is up. I guess we cannot explain to you how to do the Huatou. I'm so sorry. Jeez. What to do? I feel bad. I promise I should explain to you tonight, but it turns out this story got me so enamored that I forgot. I forgot time. I lost track of time. So this, by the way, this is how Huatou was taught in the WeiYang lineage. That's why I told you the story. This is how it was transmitted. I don't know how many times, and based on this anecdote here, I understand how it's transmitted. So don't say that we don't transmit Huatou, that we don't practice Huatou, but it's not the way that you think. This is Huatou training. All right? Questions and comments? So don't tell me I didn't give you Huatou instruction. It's right here. Cuatro.
4. So his teacher basically asked him one question, and then he is gone off on his own. It didn't say in the anecdote that with how he practiced, he just paid respect and wandered around. Like, how did he actually practice?
Is there a question? Are you complaining?
That's a question. It's like how...
Are you sure it's not a complaint?
I don't understand how he practiced the Huatou.
It's right there. What don't you understand? Anyone else? JC, see, I knew you have a lot of questions. You've been just sitting there all 1 hour, and we can't wait to ask. Is he going to give me a chance to ask a question or not? And I said, no, not tonight. It's no time.
네, 마스터 아미타불 지안 선사가 깨달았다고 안심을 하셨다고 하셨는데 그럼 보살지에 이르신 것을 말씀하시는 건지 그리고 또 은혜를 갚아야 되는 단계는 어느 정도인지 어느 정도 올라가야지 되는 건지가 궁금합니다.
So, Amitofuo Master, Jishan Chan Master, he eventually was enlightened. So I have two questions. Number one, what is he in Bodhisattva level? And then also you told me that he returned to his town and pay back to the people. What level can be to do this paying back the kindness?
Yeah, he was enlightened, and he was good enough. He was good enough to be able to be considered to be the Dharma heir of Master WeiYang. So his level is pretty good. Not excellent, but it's pretty good. Okay, and this is the thing in WeiYang lineage. Sometimes you're a Dharma heir, meaning that you've been trained, meaning that you can go and learn from this master. It will be the proper WeiYang training style. But it doesn't mean that, he's, it doesn't say much about his level. Dharma heir means that he's been through the training mill, and he understands now. After going through that, he understands the principle behind that training that was given to him, and that's a WeiYang lineage training style. Okay? So he's considered to be a Dharma heir. Furthermore, it's a good question. Second part is a good question. Why his level? His level is good enough for him to, on the last slide, a lot of people came and studied from him. Okay? So he's pretty good. Anyone else? WeiMao?
Amitofuo Master. It seems like first he gave up his thirst for fame and knowledge, and then he went towards an ascetic practice, and then he went to revere a master and serve him. And then one day, in following his daily routines and not even questioning the Wato anymore, he heard a noise that enlightened him. So when we're practicing here, how do we get to that part where we're ready to hear the noise that enlightens us?
Well, Master Z can arrange to have some rocks brought to the Buddha hall, and then when the time comes, he pick a rock and throw it at you, pok, at your head. Aim for the head, Master Z. Okay, pok, and make the same similar sound. Okay, good question. Next question. Yes, 4.
Master, what actually happened? Like does that hitting the bamboo and there's a sound and he's enlightened.
What happened?
Yeah.
That's what happened. He hit the bamboo and pok, and he became enlightened. What else you want me to say? That's exactly what happened. Next, go for us. It's fascinating. Your questions are so funny. Go ahead, go for us.
Can you help me understand this better? Is you mentioned is you could become a good vessel if you don't desire worldly things.
Nothing to understand. You have wisdom. That's when you are free from desires. Okay? Yeah. Even the desire to be free from yourself. Don't even have that desire even. That's great wisdom. Yes, you see yourself, an ego. For you, for example, you see an ego right now, a self right now. You say, I want to be free from this self. That's not bad. But his level is he even free from that desire to be free from himself. Got that? You haven't set your sight high enough yet. All right, anyone else? You're welcome. You see, a lot of people like him, they say, this is fantastic, this is the way to go, and that's very good. But the problem is that the goal is not high enough yet. Anyone else? And you see, if he didn't have the blessings, he would spend the next, 10 years, 20 years life trying to get rid of the ego, and he will struggle a lot because you don't get rid of the ego. You have to kill it. He doesn't understand it. You see, only Buddhism, we have the technology to kill the ego. You don't get rid of it. You just kill it. Okay? And so it will be a long, long time. And because it's very, very slippery. It plays tricks on you constantly. You think you got it, but you don't realize you're being tricked into it. Only the master would see it. You cannot see it. Okay, that's why the first leg of that journey there, trying to get rid of the ego, is very, very difficult. All right. Anyway, I'm told I have 1 hour only. I want you to know that. Okay? Don't abuse me. Okay? This is the wrong time to abuse me. Okay? Yes. Anyone else? Because I remember, it's only a few of you here, so I remember those who abuse me. See? Calm and peace again. Everyone's, but I want to know. Okay? Here's what. I tell you what. This is how Wato is transmitted this is a record of how Wato was transmitted in a WeiYang style. Got that? This is what you're hearing tonight, how it was done. Okay, now, if you like, because I know many of you still have a lot of questions, if you like, go and look up how the other people, how it was done in other cases. You can look up anywhere. You can look up Master YongHua, you can look up Chinese, Korean, I don't care. You look it up, okay? And you tell me. We can talk about it tomorrow night, okay? Is that a deal? Because I want you, for tonight, I want you to do some work a little bit. You don't just sit there, Master, tell me what to do, tell me what to do, tell me what to do. Am I doing it right? How about looking it up for yourself? And say, I read this, I like this. Is it how it's done? Okay? There's a lot of information on the Wato. Out there, lots of information. And when you do that, we discuss it, it will help a lot of people. Okay? Are we still friends? Okay. A deadly silence and calm. It's like you're trying to tell me, okay, so you're going to be this way. That's a very American joke. Yeah. Okay, good luck to you. Okay, think about it. Stay up all night. I don't care. Read, find out, and give me a hard time tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. You're so unreasonable. I just gave you the WeiYang insider information, analysis, anecdote you will not find anywhere else. And you say, tell me more. It's got to be more than this. Ungrateful people.
you.